Hello and welcome. This is going to be a next 48 reading for all signs. This is October 24th, 2020, so to the 26th. And right now, I'm going to go back to my zodiac cards. We are even more both feet in to Scorpio season with the sun in Scorpio. So I'm going to start with rereading this card. It's a passionate, intense, and mysterious phase. It's 8th house. 8th is related to the strength card. And there's definitely a theme. It's funny, they're both Scorpio themes. It's a theme of love and how we as human beings, like, as much as we sometimes might not want to be involved in relationships, especially romantically, we do need them to a certain degree. Not to the degree that we're often taught to believe by our fear or by society, but we do need them for healing and growth and to recognize the wonderfulness that is us. The other side of that, because Scorpio has a lot to do with duality, is anxiety. And I'm seeing a lot of themes of a sense of anxiety that has to do with our feelings of victimhood, which the irony is that whatever we're feeling victimized by right now in this moment, we are not victims to. Well, I mean, we are, but only because we're giving away our power and we're allowing ourselves to be victimized to it. But we're not actually victims to it. We can unstuck ourselves anytime we want, and we can always get out of traps and false obligations or commitments that we got, where we we agreed to certain things in the beginning, and the agreements were changed or not really ever negotiated properly in the beginning, but we often feel like we're caught in victimhood because of how we were victimized when we were young, and when we did not know, when we weren't able to do anything about it, oftentimes by our parents and family and adults in society around us, and that can carry through to adulthood. So a lot of this time in the Karmic Carnival is about healing that sort of stuff. Now, this card says, this is a card of deep passion, intense emotions, chaotic people, secrecy, manipulation, and at its worst, aggression and conflict. And remember, that's still a theme going on right now. Secrets being revealed, secrets being kept, things of that nature. A passionate chapter is present or about to begin. This may be related to a phase in your life that is transformational as you progress from one circumstance to another. A completely new approach to life due to profound developments will unfold. Rest assured, you can rise like a phoenix from the ashes of dramatic circumstances, which Scorpio is related to the death card in tarot, and for me, I always relate that to phoenix moments or butterfly moments, to where the old self, the ego, or not even the old self, like the ego starts to die, and as it does, it tries so hard to hold on to what it believes has kept you safe from emotional pain, physical pain, financial pain, things like that, and it rages against the dying of its own light. And the irony is that as that happens, we become freer and we become more ourselves, but it can feel like, we're being ripped apart. We're really not. We're remembering ourselves. Anyways, an all-consuming relationship and a charming or attractive person may be the center of great change in your life. Remember, you can be that person too. Maintaining a level-headed approach to people or your passions, emotions, and overindulgence in food, wine, alcohol, or drugs may become all-consuming. Maintain a clear mind and avoid obsessive or destructive thoughts and actions. Make efforts to be centered and seek to be calm. Channel energy into constructive pursuits and work off excess energy at the gym or the beach. Which I'm getting the message too that because of what Scorpio relates to, there's also an increased desire for subversive tactics, which is like you may feel like Scorpio and Pluto have a lot to do with power, and it's in opposition to Saturn right now, which also has to do with power. So you may feel a need to push for something when you should wait. You may feel a need to take action when you should rest, or vice versa. You may feel like resting or hiding to avoid some sort of conflict that you should actually face. So keep that in mind. You will feel passionate about an interest or a venture. Aim to see the big picture and be ready to attain a deeper understanding of the mysteries of life and the subtle and powerful energies that propel your self-development. This is also a card of karmic connections. A karmic relationship is best navigated carefully, as there is a soul connection that will last throughout eternity. The relationship may well be wonderful and fulfilling, but if it is destructive or coercive, the choice must be taken to end the karmic cycle in a pleasant, matter-of-fact way. Avoid creating negative karma by focusing on the good in both yourself and those you interact with, which especially if you're in any kind of twin flame connection and they're, like either, I mean, if you have a loved one who is with a karmic third party, recognize that you are also a karmic third party and that you are all learning karmic lessons, but that therein is the way that you alchemize and transmute such things like that, is release resentments towards yourself, your twin flame, and any karmics, and recognize that it's all opportunities for growth and healing, and that's always a beautiful thing. And recognize also that we all have a karmic path and we all have a divine path. We're just on different parts of that path. So if somebody is coming towards you or trying to stir things up or trigger you, whether it's a loved one or a twin flame or a karmic or anything, it's more likely spirit trying to show you where you have some cobwebs and healing that you can still be doing, or it's simply a time for you to remember that you're doing just fine. You don't need to be doing anything, and that this is more about the other person than it is about you, and just give them grace. They didn't end up the way that they were just because they chose to be that way. Oftentimes we end up karmic and toxic because we don't feel like we have a choice, because we feel powerless, and it's oftentimes because of unhealed wounds within us that we aren't aware that we can actually heal and change. Anxiety is a great example. Oftentimes we get pegged with the label of being an anxious person, and we attach to that and feel like it can never be changed when it can. Anyways, okay, so the next card is Moon in Aquarius. Kind of a pretty card. It says, your inner wild child awakens. Free spirit. Very Aquarian. Also, yeah, no, this is card number 23. And that's related to 5, which is changes, instability, mastery, and the Hierophant. All right, and I haven't read this one yet, so this will be interesting to see what it says. You see yourself or someone close as a free spirit. An innovative mindset will provide a feeling of strength, but may alienate you from the mainstream if you follow ideas that are excessively left field. And are your ideas creating a rift with those you love? If so, avoid feeling ostracized or alienated by integrating your sense of freedom and independence with your love of those close to you. If your need for freedom or spontaneity tends to land you in hot water emotionally, this is a time to reevaluate what is more important, being a free spirit or being with those you love. Remember, there's no wrong choices. Also, I don't know if I said this, but we just entered into the moon in Aquarius, and we'll be in there for approximately the next 48 hours. So choose your path carefully, as new opportunities will arise, especially in your personal life. Your emotions may be unpredictable, so take the time to get in touch with your true feelings. This is a card of astrology, technology, and interest in the esoteric. Activities in these areas will blossom and seem fulfilling in many ways. Combine your inventiveness and your ingenuity with practicalities, and you could see an inspiring and inspirational phase or project with tangible results. You are an aware and conscious member of your community, and your quirkiness can be an attractive element. However, it is vital to remain dependable while also being independent, or your sincerity may be brought into question. A period of unrest or upheaval will lead to a better circumstance. Go with new opportunities, as they will broaden your mind and add to your learning curve, as long as they appeal to your curiosity and resonate on a deeper level. which I find interesting. It's interesting how that also aligns with the sun in Scorpio, isn't it? Now, we have 3 homophone cards today for the next 48 hours. The first one is 1, and it's a birthday candle. But it's interesting. What I really feel called to with it is kind of the celebration of a new beginning, because the 1 is related to the Fool card. I think it also has to do with our inner child. And both of those cards had to do with inner childhood wounds. And the moon in Aquarius in particular said what? Your inner wild child being released, right? And interestingly enough, the next one is toe. Now this one, it's always reminded me of the inner child thing, especially in upright. I mean, how cute is that, right? But it's in reverse, so I'm kind of getting the sense that for some of you, or those that you know, there might be a desire for a new beginning, to celebrate a new beginning, or maybe celebrate a re-beginning, like a reunion of some sort, but there's some sort of thing to do. I mean, it's almost like stubbing your toe. Like every time you go to walk the path, you stub your toe and you end up getting held back. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe there'll be some sort of toe or foot injury, but it's some sort of like, I'm getting the sense of something that was once thought to be adorable is no longer cute. And kind of a false cuteness, like a removal of the mask due to the Pluto Scorpio energy and the reversed Neptune energy, retrograded Neptune energy, and it's like revealing that, like a fakeness, like if somebody was pretending to have a connection to you, it's going to be revealed that they were faking it. I just saw 11:33 on the timer too, something along those lines. And then close in reverse, which really I remember doing a few readings back talking about that there was likely to be some arguments that have to do with household chores and laundry in particular. And again, when I saw this card come out, it really called to me and saying, like, there might be like someone might literally throw clothes around, or throw a laundry basket around, or make a really big deal out of laundry when it's not really laundry that's the problem. And I'm getting the sense too that because of all this passionate energy out there, it might even be that what was previously just small little fights now become really big fights, and it could include things being thrown around, or even like packing your bags kind of thing. And because it's Scorpio season and around Samhain and things like that, there are and Phoenix moments, butterfly moments, and the death card all relate to endings and new beginnings. And I just saw 12:34 on the clock too. The shamanic oracle card we got today is altar, and it says honoring. And I think this is very fitting. It has much to do with the heart chakra, the throat chakra, and reconnecting with nature. I'm actually sitting in a park that I found just recently that has really great energy, and I love walking it and connecting with it and just kind of listening to spirit. But to me, this suggests that it's a really good time to go within, to look at how you've kind of made little nests that actually are altars. Like it might be a good time to go through things that bring you positive, nostalgic feelings, and to honor your ancestors and spirit and the connections that you have, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, the karmic, the divine, all of them. And just saw 1331 on there too, so there's reflection in that as you do this, as you connect more with spirit and have faith, and as you call in, and if you feel really anxious or you feel stuck, call in your ancestors for help. And they will, and just have faith that they will, and that just embrace the absurd. Sometimes you just have to. The Rider-Waite card that we got is the Seven of Pentacles. Definitely, it's a pause card. It's time for reflection, to think about, it's a reap what you sow sort of thing, but it's looking at what have you sown and what are you reaping right now. Or are you living a life that you're proud of, or do you feel like you have to hide a lot of your life because if people found out, they might not think good things about you? Or do you have a good foundation and a good beginning for something wonderful that you love to shout out to the world? Sevens are also about spiritual wisdom too, and karmic lessons. And also in the deck, we got as our shadow card position the Ace of Cups in reverse. So look at where you are repressing emotions and why. It's not always bad to repress emotions, but why are you doing it? And as the topic, the hot topic is the Five of Cups, which is generally about grief, regrets, and not seeing that you have a Two of Cups, a very loving, stable connection with somebody just behind you. And it could be your connection with your ancestors for that matter, but it's usually with a person. And instead, the focus either by you or somebody around you is on the spilled cups. And I'm also getting a strong sense, and I've seen this coming up in other readers' things, that some of you may find out that this is going to be really weird and creepy to say, but that you've kind of been poisoned. It may not be an intentional poisoning, but sometimes it is. There are some people out there who feel like that is the way to do it, and it could be through spell casting or adding something to food or drink, or you know, and this could also come out more, I'm getting the sense that this could come out more publicly in the political arena in some kind of way, and it could even be like as simple as somebody intentionally trying to get you sick so that you won't feel like you can go anywhere, or trying to injure you so you won't go anywhere, or trying to keep you wrapped up in chores and errands and their needs and desires so that you're not able to look behind you and see that you have a wonderful, healthy connection there that you could go to. And in the heart of the matter, not surprisingly, is the Six of Cups reversed, which is, I'm sensing two things on it. Is one, it's a reconciliation that you know needs to happen, but it is being delayed, and likely with like a twin flame or soulmate. And it's also a connection with usually a karmic soulmate that needs to be ended, but there's a delay in it because of being stuck in the past, which can be that anxiety stuff coming up. Either way, it's a fair amount of cups energy in there, so it's likely to be an emotional couple of days. Now, last but not least, and hopefully I have the memory space for it, is our Divine Circus Oracle card, and we have Pixie Perot. It's card number 36, which is 9, which is the Hermit, and also I'm feeling a strong relationship to the Nine of Pentacles, so it's a good time to look at how you have or do not have healthy independence and financial stability. Pixie Perot. There is an original you, the you that has always been and will always be you. Wasn't I saying something about that in the beginning? No matter how much the outer forms of your body, your work, your lifestyle, your world seem to change, the original essential you is always there within, unique, precious, and just as you were created to be. Within you is an intelligence that helps you adapt to various life circumstances and situations. You might do this consciously or unconsciously, but the point of any type of adaptation is survival. The Pixie Perot card brings you a message. There is more meant for you in this life than merely surviving. It's a good message for anxious stuff. You are actually meant to thrive. The Oracle reminds you that you thrive most fully, abundantly, and deliciously when you are just you. Not the version of you that another may prefer, nor the one that helps you fit into the crowd, but just you, as you have always been. Even if that doesn't seem like enough for some people, it is more than enough for you to have the life you deserve that would bring you the most peace, happiness, and love. When the Oracle of Pixie Perot comes to you, it is time to get back to the essence of you. It might be time to go back to the things you dreamed about in childhood, or something that really feels like it expresses the true you, but that you cast aside for some very logical and sensible reason or another. That might be a talent, passion, or lifestyle you are pursuing, or a deep-seated need to create or express yourself through art, clothing, music, or dance. It's time to reclaim it. From little dreams and childhood fantasies, a full-grown life purpose can blossom. Even if it seems fanciful rather than practical, don't drop the ball. Give yourself a chance to be seen, to live and thrive as the real you. You are you for good reason, not by error, oversight, or mistake. Love yourself and let yourself live, thrive, and express the original genius of you. A good mantra or affirmation is, I am an original. The original me. I am amazing, just as I was designed to be. And I like how in the Scorpio Sun card it talked about going to the beach, and look what is in that card, right? It's the beach. And it's also more water stuff going on in there. Well, all right, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I absolutely love your feedback in the comments below or in messages to me. I hope that this helps you navigate your next 48, and I'm going to attempt to do each sign individually again, but we'll see how that goes in this Mercury retrograde. So I'll see you when I next see you.